It's the morning of day 32, the Grand Enchantment Trail. Just finishing packing up. It's one of those, I don't want to pack up my sleeping bag yet, sort of things. It wasn't as cold as it was the past couple nights. Definitely better temperature up here, away from the water. It wasn't bone-chilling cold with water freezing temperatures, so that was good. There weren't any good camping spots, so I did have to camp on an angle, and apparently I camped where there was a whole bunch of deer because they came running through in the middle of the night. So heading northbound on the Continental Divide Trail. I'll be heading northbound on it all day. Tomorrow is probably where I'll split off. So up on the ridgeline of the Black Range, and hopefully I'll get some good views. This is looking better already. Easier trail to follow. And there's blazes for the Continental Divide Trail. So, on a signed trail again. And I'm still not out of the burn area. I think I'm going to be in the burn area for at least 10 miles. Should be pockets on and off, because looking across, that's not burned over there. But the trail is a little washed out in places. Definitely have deadfalls to hurdle, but it's still so much better than a lot of the other trails I've taken on the Grand Enchantment Trail, which again is a route, kind of pieces together other trails. And another thing, I'm actually really curious at how many CDT hikers I'm going to meet on this route, which is the main route of the Continental Divide Trail. Just based on the absolute hordes of crowds I saw in Gila Hot Springs. I got a deadfall. And then coming out of Gila Hot Springs, I'm gonna guess that the majority of the people who are through hiking this year are gonna take the Gila Alt, simply because A, it's shorter, B, there is more water, and C, it did not burn last year. So curious if I see any other Continental Divide Trail hikers on the main route here. And if you remember how I said soils are looser right after a fire, watch this. That is why I'm just covered in soot after I go past these, because I'm constantly kicking it up. Finally got a bit of unburnt forest to walk through. Basically I've been walking this, mostly traverses. Let me point it up so you can see the trees. Mostly traverses in and out of burn zones. I got one bar of 4G a little while ago. It's the first cell signal I've had in a long time. I had Wi-Fi in Gila Hot Springs, but no cell signal. Getting a little bit of views out here. I am on a crest, so I'll continue on and see what else is good on the CDT that nobody is taking. Got a little bit more of a view now. You can see where the fire just absolutely ripped through pockets, kind of like tendrils. Right there. And again, this is the Black Fire, because this is the Black Range. Getting more great views coming down. My guess is I'm kind of looking to the north and the west, but I'm kind of coming down this hill right now, so I'm getting kind of sweeping views here, which is what you want when you're hiking a crest. This spring is my water source for the rest of today and beginning of tomorrow. What a pain in the butt to get down to. It was such a huge descent, and the trail is completely washed out in two sections where you gotta kind of tiptoe across. It's just everywhere. It's just so much reminder of the fire damage, and then with all the storms, just the flood damage. So it's kind of early in the day, which means I'm going to be carrying a heavy load of water once I filter it out, which is not going to be fun, especially carrying it all the way back uphill. Back up on the trail now with a really, really heavy pack. I usually carry, coming to a gate, I usually carry about 1 liter per 5 miles. It's just a general rule, give or take depending on the weather or the climb. And so I have 4 liters for the 20 miles to my next source. Stop for a second, I can't open that one-handed. And then we got the CDT Blaze over here. And then I have an extra liter for dinner tonight. So really, really heavy pack. But despite that and despite the burns, this has been a really enjoyable section. I mean, it's mostly just the same thing, just kind of going up and down on the crest. But I mean, especially since I've had some really hard trails, this has been very enjoyable so far. All right, fingers crossed. I think I am out of the burn zone. I've just seen green trees for a while now. Maybe charred a little bit on their trunks, but that could be from fires from years ago. So fingers crossed. It's definitely not my last burn zone on this trail though. Oh, nice trailhead. Wish I had known they had pit toilets here before I used the nature bathroom earlier. But this should be New Mexico Highway 59. And if I were a Continental Divide Trail hiker, this is how I would get into Winston, which is my next resupply stop. It is a really, really hard hitch. I think this is a dirt road. No, it's paved. But it's not as trafficked. So you have to wait here for hours for a car to come by, or you have to walk several miles to where this intersects another lightly trafficked but a busier road. Luckily, the Grand Enchantment Trail, once it splits off from the Continental Divide Trail, goes east and hits that road. The one that's still a hard hitch. I don't even know why I'm looking both ways. I would hear a car. Which is still a hard hitch, but an easier hitch than this one. And you can see the trees look a lot healthier here. Sorry for the shoddy camera work. I'm trying to carry some stuff in my arms at the same time. And still on the CDT. Currently sitting in the shade. It's not really that hot, but it does get a little hot. Mainly I'm giving my shoulders a break from the heavy backpack, and I'm having basically a snack break, trying not to eat the entire contents of my food bag right now. But the scenery has changed a little bit. Mono road, but the trees have gotten kind of shorter and yeah, shrubbier. So it's actually really, really nice here, just sitting in the shade with the breeze. It's actually very pleasant. I know I've got to get back up and walk too. Well, the light is starting to go down as I continue my little mellow tour of the. I guess I'm down from the crest now, kind of in the hills. It's been nice having a good trail that you can see, easy grade to follow. A nice breakup from having to use my brain too much to find trails and such. So tomorrow, I'm actually turning off of the CDT. I'm actually not that far from it now, where the GET turns east. And I have not seen a single CDT hiker. I haven't seen anybody. I have seen footprints that I've been following on the GET, so I have a feeling we're the only ones using this trail right now. But we'll see how the GET is tomorrow. I might actually make it close to the road that I need to take into Winston to resupply.